Alright guys, what is up? I am TheyComing, and welcome to the stream today, boys and nerds. Hope everyone's doing okay. Guys, my skin is just not loving life right now. I don't know what it is. I think it was probably going down the river getting all that sun. Even though I had proper sunscreen on, head to toe, I reapplied. I think my skin is freaking out because of the crazy amount of sun exposure I had on Saturday. So I don't feel pretty. But that's okay. So anyways, here we are inside of Clash of Clans. We got someone in the chat already. We got Elmo Clashes. He says, when you say TheyComing, I'm guessing you meant bugs, right? I just found a new bug / glitch. Okay. Do tell. In the meantime, let's go ahead and chat. So, on our Town Hall 13, we were able to promote to P.E.K.K.A 22. We got ranked number 28. We were perfect except for one hit, and that was pretty cool. Honestly, being able to promote to P.E.K.K.A 22, that puts us firmly, I think, in the top 0.02% of Town Hall 13s, I believe. So that's pretty hot. We'll talk about ranked results on the Town Hall 14 and 18 respectively in a little bit later on in the stream. This is the third time now, but I caught it live. I was watching a replay on my base. The attacker did not drop one troop and battle ended. 0% defense, but the replay is nowhere to be found. Don't worry about the skin. You look fine. Besides, things happen. Yeah, totally. And I do wash my face. I do cleanse my skin. It's just, I think sun exposure like freaked my skin out. It's like, dude, what the heck? There's a chest event, huh? Yeah, so for lower town halls, apparently there is treasure hunt event going on. I don't have this on my Town Hall 18, so I have noticed that myself. Joel Hansen says, welcome, man. Welcome to you, Mr. Joel Hansen. Glad you're here, buddy. Glad you're here. So yeah, anyways, we promoted to P.E.K.K.A 22 on our Town Hall 13. Huge. I think this is officially the highest I've been on Town Hall 13. I don't recall making it to P.E.K.K.A League on my previous run on the Town Hall 14 when that account was Town Hall 13. I don't think I made it to P.E.K.K.A 22, but on this account I have, which is a pretty cool feeling, right? I know that this coming ranked tournament that I play on Wednesday is going to be a much harder task, given the fact that I don't have pets. I'm working with heroes that are down 10 levels. I'm working with troops that are down a level. So it's, I mean, I feel like super witches are pretty safe though, because you do not get a witch level at Town Hall 14, so I can still use super witches. I feel like I should keep going with the super witches for the best results. Elmo says the event is for Town Hall 16 and below. Yeah, so that would check out based on my experience so far. Anywho, yeah, so we have a war, so we have some war attacks to do. Also, I am going to review bases throughout the stream. If people really want me to check out their base, give you some tips, today's that day. I don't do base review streams all the time, but when I do, I'm happy to go ahead and, you know, scratch the itch of the children out there that are just dying for someone to look at their base and tell them to catch up. I don't know what to say other than that. MMTDC BJU says, I just hit Titan 25 with my Town Hall 14. Brother, so did we. It's a pretty cool feeling. We can actually check on that right now. Since you say Titan 25 on Town Hall 14. We hit Titan 25 on Town Hall 14 as well. We were able to promote last week. Massive W. League history. We placed 12th. 12th. In a field of Town Hall 16s and 17s. Actually, kinda nutty. I'm definitely thrilled about this. If you want to be better at this game, you need a time machine. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? You need a time machine? Are you saying you just need to practice more if you want to be better at the game? You see, this right here, I'm pretty sure I was Golem 21 when I first hit Town Hall 14 on this account, but have I tried a couple different strategies in the interim and did not find success with running dragons with Super Yeti bombs. As you can see, I got stuck at P.E.K.K.A 22 for a few weeks solid. As soon as I switched back to Super Witches, I was able to promote. So if that tells you anything about the viability of the strategy, as you begin hitting up, Super Witches just work better. They just work better. MMT, DC, BJ, best feeling. What should I call you, man? MMT? What do you want me to call you? You're saying to skip all of the upgrades? I guess. I don't know. Here's my thing. If you want to rush through the game, you can. You can do that, right? Like, you can hit the Town Hall upgrades, but you might run into problems where, like, certain events aren't for you because you've already hit Town Hall 18, so you don't get to do the chest events to catch up. Have you thought about that yet? That dawned on me today when I was looking at this, the treasure hunt, and I thought, okay, well, my Town Hall 18 doesn't have this. My lower counts do. So that means that if someone actually did rush to max, got all the way to Town Hall 18 with level 1 heroes, does that mean that they don't get these events? I would say yes. And I would say that that is a W for people that actually play the game a little bit more of a controlled pace and learn the game as you go instead of getting to the end of the game and having no idea how to play. That's my overall feeling on this is if you're going to rush Town Hall 18, you don't know how to play the game yet. And then you're going to be looking for the easiest spam strats you can because you have zero game mechanics, zero game knowledge, or a little bit more than zero at that point. You probably know a few things, but part of learning the game is the journey on the way up. It's on the way up. You learn things about each town hall. You learn things about the defenses. You learn how when you go from one town hall to the next, you gain an understanding of how the defensive meta changes and then how the offensive meta changes. So you know how to adapt to things better than someone who just got to the end of the game, got locked into one strategy because that's all they could afford to upgrade in their lab to be relevant. And yeah. Prabha says, I haven't got RC equipment for 250 level in Hero Hall because I already got 7 equipments. Yeah, the same thing happened to me. I am missing on my Town Hall 18 here. I'm missing the Heroic Torch. And this event, or the Hero Journey, despite having all these nodes that say Warden equipment, I did not get the Heroic Torch. The game is still asking me to purchase the torch. When I would, it's the only piece of equipment that I need at this point. And it's a piece of equipment that I actually want to get and I want to play. I want to put it on. I want to try out some ground armies. But I don't have it yet. And torch seems to be the way with ground armies right now. Like, Super Bowlers are dummy strong. Now, one thing I can say, though, is when I watch esport matches, Super Bowlers do not look unstoppable. They don't look unstoppable. Super Bowlers look like they pack a punch up front, but the moment you hit the core of the base, all the red air bombs go off and your healers disappear. And the Super Bowlers can't do anything at that point. Eternal Tome, Torch, only lasts so long. You might get a really strong looking push initially, but then it just sort of like dies. And I'm not convinced that Super Bowlers are the way for esports. Clan Capital decorations, useless potions aren't worth me sticking around. Playing capital and useless potions aren't worth me sticking around. For what? For what? Spencer Roller, he puts his code in there. Okay, man, we will look at your base. First, tell me who you are. What's your town hall? What are you looking to get out of clashing? I'll give you the best advice I can on that. Wait, so if you have 7 epics, they're not giving you any free epics? Well, it had to do with people that were already maxed. Like my heroes were maxed when the update dropped. So then I got only 5 extra levels on the King and the Queen, and then the 5 extra levels on the Warden. It did not grant me the previous chest to go ahead and unlock the last piece of Warden equipment that I had. I actually lost that chest. So I have nearly everything. But if you're still playing through the track, right? Like if you're not maxed out, like if you're Town Hall 15 and you come up on a hero equipment chest and you don't have all of the epics for that hero, then yes, you should at that point be able to pull the equipment. But it was for players like me that are like completely maxed out already and had, multiple pieces. Most of my equipment is max level. Not everything, obviously, but like a lot of the important stuff, everything that I really want to use is maxed out. Everything on the Queen I have is maxed out. Every piece of equipment for the Queen is maxed. The King, everything except for 1 is maxed. The Warden, I'd argue that the important stuff is maxed here. The Torch is really a ground army thing. And then for the RC, I'm essentially maxed. I'm missing the 1 level on the E-Boots. The Frost Flake is not played very much. Doesn't mean it's not good. I've seen it used very, very well, but yeah. But Spencer, let's see if Spencer tells me about his base. I'll catch up and we'll look at Spencer's base in just a second. But the game is so well designed around rushing now, it's crazy. Like with 12 attacks to do in a whole week for ranked, I pop 2 potions and triple out. Then I can upgrade heroes, no issue. I get a lot more orders from being a higher town hall, and even more now in the journey. I unlock the good stuff that I can upgrade while leaving Lassie, Yak, etc. at level 1. You're not wrong for that. You're absolutely right. The issue that I see is war. Like, who wants to war with you if your village is just like paper thin? Like, you really sort of like pigeonhole yourself as someone that is going to be stuck at this paper thin defensive state for a long time. And I would not want to have that account in this clan on our war map. It looks silly. Like, you need to be able to defend. Like, just because you can like guarantee a league floor for yourself doesn't mean that you can actually compete in the league. Like, you might learn a few strategies and have like good offense results, but you cannot hold a defense because you're just hyper rushed. Like, that's my primary concern is people that are playing the game this way, they place themselves in this impossible position where it's going to take you ages to recover. Elmo says a lot more orders from being a higher town hall and blah, blah. Okay, yeah. Spencer. So Spencer says he's a town hall 11, max heroes and troops. Before looking at your base, I'm going to say hit the upgrade button. I've seen a video on YouTube and the guy said to use 44 regular bowlers. I tried it and they all died to the lava launcher. Yeah. That sounds dumb. Don't listen to that guy. I think he was probably one of the rush to maxers that we're talking about. No, there's a whole chart about that hat. It calculates your town hall level troops, heroes, and such, then decides how many epics you should have had and gives you how many you're missing. Okay, but that was only for the. That was only for the moment where accounts got converted to this, or like basically got the hero journey applied. Like after the update, Wherever you are is where you start moving forward from. So if you come across a hero equipment node, if there's an available piece of equipment, you should be able to unlock it. That's how I understand it. So I'm not even thinking about what was the conversion supposed to be? What were we supposed to have gotten? I'm already overthinking about that. I'm just here keeping this relic alive, collect decoration until my base is full of it. Okay, let me hit this. Let me look at this base real quick. Search players. Let's find you. It'd be nice to have my keyboard on so I could type these out. 9. Oh yeah, and get my do not disturb so my friends don't bother us. Okay. 9C, 8LU, 9LYC. No walls. Hold on a second. Is this a no wall base? Bro, that is awesome. By the way, this actually just brings a tear to my eye. This is amazing. So if you are unfamiliar with what you're looking at right now, if something hasn't immediately just struck you as, oh my God, WTF. This is an oh my God, WTF base. Literally, oh my God, WTF. Can I know why I got timed out? Wait, you got timed out? Did I accidentally do that? I may have accidentally hit a button earlier. I thought I didn't hit it, but my bad. Let's see. So yeah, how does he have no walls though? Okay, I think you should notice other things about this village too. It says no walls. There is one cannon on the base. One cannon. This is a relic. This is a relic. There was a time, long time ago, when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, where you could actually sell buildings. So you could upgrade your town hall whenever you wanted. You didn't have to build anything. You didn't actually have to have... Oh, yeah, and he's saying it right here. You didn't have to build all the structures to actually upgrade to the next town hall. So someone literally did this where they upgraded all the way to town hall 11, did not upgrade, did not build a single defense, and now the account is just there. It has a cannon. This is actually hilarious to see. Like, absolutely hilarious. This is another example of an account that is like, it's just a fun like flex. Like, I did this. I've been around for this long. But obviously you really wouldn't want to war with this guy, right? He's got a cannon. Like, he doesn't have the other defenses at all. What's the account tag? Right here. He's stuck at Town Hall 11. Yes, he cannot upgrade to Town Hall 12 because the game now prohibits you from upgrading to the next Town Hall unless you have all of the defenses built beforehand. So not only does he have no walls, he only has a cannon. He did go ahead and max his laboratory and his heroes, so like from an engineering standpoint, like you might be able to do some funny stuff with matchmaking, but like I don't think that the wars at these lower town halls really care about matchmaking that much anymore. It's crazy because 11 used to be the top of the game. Like soon after I started playing, Town Hall 10 was the top of the game when I started. Town Hall 11, within I think a year or so after I began, maybe it was 2, Town Hall 11 came into the fray. But like, this is nuts. This is so funny. And I'm looking for his Christmas trees here. I feel like he's missing Christmas trees. Yeah, dude, you don't have the OG Christmas trees. What happened to your Christmas trees? You don't have a 2012 Christmas tree. You don't have a 2013 Christmas tree. What happened? Did you accidentally delete your Christmas trees? That's awesome, though. They used to be called engineered bases. Yes, true. Okay, I'll get tripled whether at Town Hall 13, Town Hall 14, or Super Rush Town Hall 18. Difference is my Rush 18 can triple higher bases, whereas a Max 14, 15, 16 won't be able to as easily. Yes, but then you get freeload. So you're literally like a break even. Like, stop thinking about rushing as like, oh man, I'll have the more powerful offense, and I'm just gonna crush everybody with my offense. Yeah, but like if you don't upgrade your defense, those same town halls that you crushed are just going to turn around and laugh at you unless they are inexperienced and think, oh man, it's 2 town halls up. What am I going to do? And they just fumble super hard. I bet you he's... Yeah, I did regret the old one by removing it. Yeah, true. Okay, so yeah, he did lose his Christmas trees. Is this guy in the chat? Spencer is over on the YouTube side. He posted his link over in the YouTube side. But this is cool, man. Thanks for sharing this. This is actually super fun to look at. Haven't seen one of these in a long time. It's been a while. I do think it's awesome that you're still so active, that you're collecting all of these decos. I'm guessing that the plan for you is just to completely max out the map with all decos. Like as many decos as possible. Cover literally every square with a deco. What's up, Jedi Junkie? How's it going, brother? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Mott says, I'll never rush unless I feel like I'm doing the super rush to 10 18 to see how it is for fun. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, if you're someone that it's playing multiple accounts, and you've got accounts that are, playing the game semi-normally, and you want to start an experimental account and just, like, do whatever you want, I'm not going to tell you not to do that. I'm just going to... What I will tell you, though, is that rushed account, like... a clan worth their salt is probably not going to want you to be in the war with them. They might say, okay, you can stick around and just donate to us. But if a clan is really worth their salt and like actually trying to win every single war that they're in, like for example, this clan, hold on, 99 war win streak, like, no one in their right mind is going to put your village in the lineup for a war. If that's okay with you, so be it. But, there's going to be a very natural filter where you're going to get stuck in a very, very casual environment. Yeah, we have a 99 streak. We're desperately trying to get that 100th war win. It's just a lot of our opponents are drawing us, and these are all Town Hall 18 wars. 20 Town Hall 18s versus 20 Town Hall 18s. Elmo says that's disingenuous, though. What do you mean that's disingenuous? Like you just look at yourself. Like how does think about it. You bring that account to a clan that's like really tryharding, and you want to be on the war lineup, and they look at your base and they look at the rest of the clan. there's going to be a very natural filter there where the clan's going to say, you can't defend, we can't war you. And so then the natural alternative to that is you go to a much more casual environment where, you know, maybe the whole clan doesn't attack all the time. It's not a super cutthroat thing. You don't win the wars all the time. You, in fact, lose wars. Whereas like an environment like this, we nearly have a 100 war win streak. If we don't get the war win or bonus, we get a draw bonus, which is more than losing. Can I be in CWL in your other clan? Are you in the clan right now? Were you the one that joined yesterday? I forget. Tank, I think it was. CWL is going to be, we're going to run 15s, 14s, and 13s in CWL. I'm considering whether or not I'm going to allow Bunny to war on his 16 because I'm not trying to push the clan up to Town Hall 16 yet. Trying to get everyone to kind of like chill out and see how high they can get their rank. Are you hyped for the July theme update? I mean, you know, new season pass, new skins are always cool. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily like overhyped for it. Also, I'm not sure what the Summer Jam event is really supposed to be yet. I haven't seen any official releases about, oh, the Summer Jam's here. It's going to be this, and you get this, you know, it's like discounted this. I have no idea I don't know what it is yet. I know Hammer Jam is like 50% off everything, time and upgrade costs. But I don't know what Summer Jam is supposed to be. It says Summer Jam Gold Quest. So does that mean it's like a medal event? Like we're supposed to like raid for gold and we get points and then we get like some sort of free deco and a bunch of chests. It's going to give us more loot. See, Summer Jam is 1 week gold, 1 week elixir, 1 week DE, 1 week all of them, 25% discounts, time, resources. Wow. If that's the case, that sounds cool. Damn, why they don't time it after CWL. Why they don't time it after CWL? Honestly, okay, speaking of CWL and timing, we had two CWL last month. We have one CWL this month, as far as I know. I'm not going to lie. I feel like the second CWL in June just ended, and we're already here for CWL again. You guys may not agree with me. I don't know that I like having CWL more than once a month. Like, it feels like, especially in like 3% tent, like, it's definitely like stressful, like trying to promote, trying to like 3-star every single attack that you do for a solid week, right? And have your ranked going on at the same time. So like I'm doing my Legend 2 set. I'm doing a high stakes war attack every day for a week. And this is the third one within the last, what, like 30 days that we're about to start? They did 2 to speed up the process of higher clans reaching the higher modifiers quicker. Yeah, I understand why they did it. I'm just hoping that they don't see that, everyone did see CWL, so that means that everyone likes it. And like keep that potentially, like say, okay, CWL is going to be twice a month from here on out. I hope they don't do that. I really hope they don't do that. Because I think that by itself could produce burnout in me. If we're just always doing CWL. Like, I would not want to do it. I like the CWL medals, so I'd be down to do 4 months. Yeah, but the thing is like, I enjoy the fact that CWL is supposed to be this, like, it's a war experience that is, you know, higher stakes. And kind of like working up to, like, doing a CWL, reflecting on it, like, understanding, like, okay, if we get into a war, and especially in, like, Dom, where we have, like, 15s, 14s, and 13s, if our opponents are, like, 18s and 17s, like, we can't win the war. We just all have to attack and cross our fingers. Like, we're kind of stuck. I think we found our purgatory in Crystal 2. Like, we came in 3rd, I think, and we needed to be 1 or 2, and the top 2 clans were all 18s and 17s. You're asking what town hall am I? I mean, I have an 18. Town hall 18 is my account here. But then I have a town hall 13 and a town hall 14 that I push ranked on as well. I understand your point, by the way. I really get it. The only thing is being in such high modifiers all the time made normal mode too easy for me. So, what modifiers are you experiencing, and what is your town hall? Like, there's, yeah. So, like, yeah, it's, and listen, I don't really care if people want to rush. If I ever find you in a war, I'm going to smash you. Like, not even close. Your base is gone. So, I put in the time. You need to put in the time. And then come find me. Like, you know, like that's my general stance on that. Thought they took modifiers off that. That's what I heard from ranked. Took modifiers off from what? Hold on a second. Do Electro leagues have modifiers anymore? No, they don't. Dude, yeah, they just shifted them up into Legend League. Now you have Legend 2 and Legend 3. I really wish that they didn't do this. I feel like it's just kind of meh. Because Legend 2 doesn't really feel like Legend League did. Like, when I got into Legend League under the old system, it was like, okay, I have a daily set to do. Like, this is great. You know, I get to practice with the modifier, with the highest modifier on all the time. I'm getting better at the game. And they changed the system, and now I'm, you know, just sort of like not feeling very motivated to, like, you know, FC off stream constantly to, like, learn the absolute most cutting edge strats. Like, I wish I had a daily set in Legend 2. I really wish I had a daily set to do it in Legend 2. Because, like, as it stands, I like to do either the entire set in 1 2.5 hour stream, or I like to split it into 2 halves. I do 15 attacks one day, come back 2 days later and do the other 15 attacks. And I like the daily approach because, like, say I stream on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which is what I usually do. And then Saturday and Sunday, usually stream one or the other, sometimes both. That means that I get at least Tuesday and Thursday when I don't stream, where I can lock in and just be by my lonesome to do the set. I really, really, really wish that we had daily sets back. Like, it makes so much more sense. It builds more consistency with people that are taking it seriously, which is overall why I think separating Legend into 3 tiers just makes it, you know, Legend 3 and Legend 2 are not Legend League. Like, we're not actually in Legend League here. It's not. But I'm curious what you think about that. Sin 9276. I like the old system, to be honest. Don't like Legend Split. Yeah, me too, man. Glad you feel that way. I wish at least L3 was at least 5 attacks a day. L2 6 to 7. L1 was the 8. That could work. I would be down with something like that. Maybe they don't want to give us as many attacks, which I also think is like, okay, you know, you want to lower the time commitment maybe so people can, you know, not feel as burdened by a daily 8, maybe say 6 for L2 and 4 or 5 for L3. Don't know. Oh, Swab, yo, what up, dude? Over on Twitch. How's it going? M4K Young Boy. I don't know. The game is always evolving. It's been changing for 13 years. Do I personally miss the old system? I do personally miss the old system, though. Yeah, I definitely miss the old system. Daily attacks also allow for people to change bases and would make it a lot better. That. If I set a base, like today, like if I build a base today, I cannot have it for my legend set for the rest of the week, right? I have to have made the base like 2 days ago. Because I've tried it in the past and I was like kind of confused. I was like, okay, I found some new base links for all my accounts. Got the base links, saved them, made them my active, ranked base. And then ranked tournament starts the next day and it's still the old base. And I'm like, bruh. I really wish we would have the ability to get more flexible with the base building thing. If they want people to explore this concept of base building more, and they want to incentivize it, like make it so that even during the ranked week, if we're locked into a set, we can change the base. I think that'd be really cool. Daily attacks also allow for people to change. Okay, next up, Abhishek. Can you tell me where I should dump my ore? Are you about to overflow? Is the army you're using max on equipment? Are you likely to switch out? The army's worst feeling it. Yeah, good question from Elmo. The worst feeling is that you find bases on like Tuesday, wait like a week to try it, then find it wasn't good, so you waste another whole week locked into it. Right. Whereas like Legend 1, you can play around with bases day to day, and that by itself is a form of education that people below Legend 1 just don't get until you actually arrive there. And then you struggle super, super hard because the game is suddenly more difficult. Upgrade the good equipment of Town Hall Max, but don't know what to do next. I mean, you could drop gems on an interesting epic piece of equipment that you're wanting, and then dump your ore onto that new piece of epic equipment. I think that would work. I don't miss old system though with Titan and Champ. Never tried pushing though. To be fair, all I knew back then was E-drag spam. Yeah, E-drags. It's interesting. One of my first, like under the previous system, one of my first armies that I had decent success with was E-drags. Open up with, what was it? What was I opening with? Sui Queen Giant Arrow action figure. RC to hit the funnel. Then I would go, was it King with the Queen? I think I put King with Queen on the side. Then I just dump E-drags, drop 2 rages side by side, usually very early on, early tome. Just rage into the base. It was very not technical. It was like, set the most simplistic funnel possible and cross fingers. Then I was like, you know what? I want to learn the sexy strats, and that's when I got into Fireball Rocket Loons. Then a few levels at a time, give you some breathing room. Equipment you like or think you might try soon. Just avoid Frostflake, Lalo Puppet. I don't think Frostflake is that bad. I just think that you have to learn how to play it. I think it's I've seen like Bunny just completely pop off with a Frostflake. Like the back end of the base just completely folds because he had Frostflake. I was playing my Title 14 would run into the same bases all day long. I wish people were more creative base layouts, design. Copy base is cool for new players. Players don't have enough time, but overall it gets annoying facing the same base. Feels repetitive after attacking 100 times a day. Yep. Frostblake I got in a chest. I upgraded to level 12 to dump. There you go. Frostflake level 26. So don't worry, there is worse than you. Yeah, dude, I mean, just find an epic that you might be interested in and pick it up. You could also, okay, here's the other thing. I'll show you what I'm doing on my 18 here. Since we're in just kind of the just chatting mode, I've got 48,000 shiny over, 3,200 glowy and 389 starry. Every time I'm about to overcap, I put a level onto my stick horse. The reason for this is because I'm looking towards the future. Whatever comes out next, if it comes out and it looks strong and it looks fun, I'm going to get it and I'm going to max it on day one. So like, I'm satisfied with what I have so far. I'm really satisfied. I got the Electro Fangs. That's a dub. Got the backpack. That's a dub. Got the Fireheart. That's a dub. On the RC, don't really need to go level 27 with the E-boots. They're already strong. The Warden, all the stuff that I would use on the Warden is already maxed. On the Prince, Dark Orb, Meteor Staff, fine, great. If I'm gonna play the Prince, he's gonna be behind something. He's not gonna be a solo character. Have I tried? Guys, Brazil won. Oh, congratulations, Brazil. Have you tried the new Queen Charge into bowlers? I have not. I don't have the torch. I've talked about this quite a bit. Until I get the torch, I feel like super bowlers are just not the way for me. And I'm not going to be playing ground. I don't think that ground is the strongest army for esports. I see what of the World Championship qualifiers that I've seen in the last 2 days. There's a common theme. Super bowlers look like they're set up beautifully at the very start. Like, the players are always really good at setting a funnel, right? Making sure that when they put the bowlers down, the bowlers aren't going to wander off and, miss the break, miss the wall break, all this stuff. The problem is when you pop that torch, even if you've handled the Ice Golem CC and you've delayed the torch until every Ice Golem is already dead so you don't get stalled up, you don't lose torch value, you still eventually hit the core of the base, and that's the red mine farm for esports mode, is the core of the base. All of the healers go poof, and the second that happens, the bowlers die. Every single time. So I'm not convinced that super bowlers are the way for esports. I've seen good attackers use it and good attackers falling flat. Can max the commons, that will each your glowy and shiny and leave the star. Good idea. Good idea. Osweb says, I'm in the same boat. I've yet to get the torch. Yeah, man. Sinner, Dragon Riders by far. Dragon Riders, I think Dragon Riders with Inferno Dragons are the most consistent tripling army in esports, if I'm not mistaken. Occasionally throwers can go through, but still any ground army that has healers behind it, you eventually run into the issue of hitting black mines or red mine or red bomb farms. And as soon as that happens, as soon as you lose the healing potential, the throwers do not last. They do not last. Also, Warden likes to jump off a cliff unprompted, which is another reason why I tried throwers for about a week, and I was like, dude, my Warden is the dumbest hero when I put throwers onto the village. I just could not understand why my Warden wants to stand the way he wants to stand when I put throwers down. With dragons, he's chill, man. If he dies, it's because everything else died first. Throwers, though, it's like, me first. Knock me out first. Warden is just that way. I feel like it's harder to recruit people to my clan. Reason my old strategy I use, but I invite people from requests and leave clan, people in my league. Tried recruiting chat rooms in global, but literally everyone is recruiting. How do I get around that and find a good strategy to invite people? I don't know, man. I mean, the way that I recruit is I just tell people on my streams, hey, come join the clan. Like, I were here. If you like the way I attack, you want to, and you think you can hang based on what you see me doing, then we will put you to task. You know, we'll probably put you, like, at least I know in 3% when people join 3% for the first time, there's like a barrage of friendly challenges that they slam at you, and they want to see you be able to consistently triple. By the way, that's not truly fair to look at this weekend. Don't forget backpack was banned, so every core was stacked since you couldn't just remove it entirely. Could you remind me once again why the backpack was banned? Were you the one that was someone saying that it wasn't going off? Like the backpack ability wouldn't happen? Like you'd push it and the backpack wouldn't work? Is that what I gathered? I feel like someone mentioned this a day or two ago. Need to set a day or two to learn air. Oswev, it's really not that hard. And yes, I can confirm that once you commit to learning air, you'll be amazed at how much more, just how consistent it is. Like if you don't triple, the percentages are usually pretty high, which can protect your rank in your weekly tournaments. Because Thors have almost the same range. Okay, so talking about the Warden again. Because Thors have almost the same range, so 2 steps from Warden puts him in front. All he needs to fly like a mile before getting in front of the E-Drags. Yeah, true. There's a visual bug. Backpack is glitched. Sometimes it shoots blank. Interesting. Air attacks are the easiest. I think that is a very fair assessment. Do you do Duke charge? Okay, so Duke charging is one thing that I'm not in love with. I do recognize that it is strong. I do recognize that people can do it with high confidence and get really good value. In the week that I was giving it a shot, my experience with it was he felt unwieldy. Like I couldn't predict exactly where he was going to go, how he was going to path. I was not so good at accurately envisaging him. So instead, I either use Backpack Fireheart or I use Fireheart with Electrofangs. And I just send him to more or less funnel and go die somewhere. Like I think, you know, maybe you spell once for him just to make sure he can like get onto one of the air defenses or something. But like, I have not personally gotten married to opening with a Duke Spirit Fox Invis charge. I'm Total 14 using Royal Champion Vizu take Core and Dragons and Dragon Riders for 3-star. Nice. That's what's up. Sounds like a strong strat. I think Ricochet Cannons should hit air. I think that doesn't make any sense. I mean, that would not be balanced. I mean, cannons have never shot up throughout the course of the development of this game. You're saying too many variables. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, you mean every defense in the base does splash damage or is multi-targeting? You can count on one hand the number of defenses in the base that are single target. If you didn't know that, everything else is multi-target or splash, which is crazy, right? Ricochet cannons, multi-targeting. Super Wizard Tower, multi-target. Multi-Archer Tower, multi-target. Scatter shots, splash. Fire Spitter, multi-target, right? Piercing shot. Just melts things. Revenge tower. Multi-target. I mean, technically, bomb tower's multi-target. It does splash damage. And when it dies, it definitely can damage more than one thing. That crafted defense is multi-target. Multi-target infernos. How could I forget? Mortars are splash. It's like everything is splash now. Gigabomb also. OP. OP Gigabomb. There's so much. And then, of course, you have a Guardian now that throws a log that if it lines up on your healers are gone in 2 hits. 2 hits. That's all it takes. Which is insane. If you don't have a totem and or a poison down, that logger is going to murder your ground push. Quick. Like, real quick. So let's talk about what are the single target defenses. The air defense. The Teslord. The Builder Hut. The Monolith. The Expo. Expos, while they're not multi-target, they do shoot. They have a very fast rate of fire, meaning that when they kill one target, they can quickly switch to another target. It's not like, you know, ricochet cannon where the attack speed is a lot slower. Retargeting can sometimes help the retargeting time can sometimes help the attacker better. Oh, of course, your unmerged defenses are single target. That is technically splash, but a level 17 wizard tower against a tunnel 18 falls like paper. Super wizard tower is quite literally double the hit points. So yeah. Mustafa Samuel says, "You're so cool." Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. You're also cool. Thank you for the comment. Welcome, welcome. What will happen if I won't pick up my book of building from the battle pass? You should convert it to gems beforehand. I don't want to test the theory to say, okay, just leave it there and see if if it automatically converts it. Someone in the chat might be able to tell you. I've always made sure to claim everything in my pass, even if it means that I overcap and have to convert to gems. But that book will convert to, is it 50 gems? You get 50 gems for that book? We're a normal cannon on your base. There are no regular cannons on this base. They're all ricochet cannons. What are the good things of Tunnel 18 and the bad things in your opinion? That's a really good question, M4K. Can you review, Coke Boy says, can you review my base real quick? Yeah, man. Let me answer this question from M4K first, and then I'll do that. What are the good things of Tunnel 18 and the bad things in your opinion? Okay, I think immediately when Tunnel 18 came out, I want to say everyone that had even some form of like idea of what competitive Clash is instantly recognized that Tunnel 18 was a far greater challenge than previous new Town Hall releases. I think Tunnel 18 is much more difficult than, say, Town Hall 17 was on release. I think it's far more difficult than Town Hall 16 was on release. Town Hall 18 is defensively a bear, which is fun, right? It is, I think, an extremely fun part of the game for me to have the game feel more challenging. Just flat out more challenging. I think that they did some early balancing to the Guardians that immediately sort of appeased the player base who were like, oh no, these Guardians are broken. They're just one-shotting my push. And it's like, yeah, they actually did do a lot more damage on release. They have been nerfed, but even then, the Guardians are still very strong. What don't I like about Town Hall 18? It's not necessarily about Town Hall 18. I am not that crazy about this thing here. The seasonal defense, the crafting station. I know it's supposed to add color and flavor to the game. I don't like that it's a building that you upgrade that is only there temporarily. And then 3 months later, it disappears and you have to upgrade it again. That's what I don't like about Town Hall 18, but it's not really Town Hall 18. We had the crafting station at Town Hall 17. So, like, this is the one feature in the game that I know, you know, it's supposed to add color for the defender, right? You have your choice of these 3 different things. But, like, as you can see, I got this up to level 27. I haven't touched this in, like, 2 months. I've just left it at 999 because I don't want to spend a week on each of 3 levels for it to be gone in 2 months. Like, I don't like that. If you have space, we'll go to inventory. If you don't have, convert to gems. Okay, you're talking about items. Okay. I don't think we should have to upgrade it every time they change them out. Yeah, that's my opinion too. Like, maybe but here's the other thing. Perhaps the crafting station should be available at like Town Hall 16, 17, and 18. And you should just keep whatever you've upgraded. In each season, they release new things, and you can choose to upgrade those things or not. And so, if you started upgrading your crafting station at Town Hall 16, by the time you make it to Town Hall 18, you could have like 9 different choices of seasonal defenses. Some of them are already at max rank, or maybe at Town Hall 16, you can only upgrade to like level 3. Town Hall 17, you can go up to level 6. Town Hall 18, you can go up to level 10 for each attribute, right? Like, say Town Hall 16, you could go up to level 3 for health, hit points, DPS, and range. Town Hall 17, you can go up to level 7 or level 6. Town Hall 18, you can go all the way up to level 10. Town Hall 6 and 7 have crystal-shaped walls. Why they only do this? Or maybe if you max a slot, next round you start of one level. Okay, we're gonna review Coke Boy's base here real quick. So Coke Boy, I want you to tell me in the chat right now, who are you? Where are you from? What's your town hall? What are you trying to get out of the game? Look you up here. Let's go like this. G R C Q Q Q J C EBK. You are in Clanibus. That's funny, by the way. Or maybe if you max a slot, next round you start at level 5 or so. Study with Prasad. What's up? Hi, bro. What's up, bro? All right, so let's check you out. Okay, your heroes are making my eyes bleed. 6, 10, 6, 2, 5, 10. I'm playing for about 3 months. Just need some advice. Slow your roll, upgrade your heroes like insane, dude. Like those heroes, if you, that queen right there could be level 95 if I'm not mistaken. Same with your king. You're missing out on a lot of power. So before looking at the wow, your walls actually, this is actually kind of fun to look at here. Okay, so you've done the critical defenses. You've got your eagle. Your walls are beautiful. Honestly, insane. Great. Cool walls. What I would say is take 2 of your builders, put them on 2 of your heroes, and just make the heroes sleep for like 3 straight months. That's what I would suggest. Whenever you get a 5 stack of builder potions, use all 6 builders on every hero you have, and then rip off all of your builder potions at the same time. That's what I would say. Seems to me like you've picked dragons as the army of choice. Heal spell's a little odd. Bro, how do you not have invis? Oh my god, brother, what? Hold on, there's so much missing here. It's hard for me to think. You need to get the invis spell. Like bad. Get the invis spell. If you're 16, you should be able to get the fox, right? The fox and the both the fox and the jelly are amazing. Also, perma upgrade a pet. Let me see if your pet house is active. I can't tell if it's actually upgrading right now. But what I would say is this pet house should never, and I mean never, go dormant. But yeah, you're in like a strangely like okay spot at this time. I'm just really worried that you have just really neglected to do much of anything with these heroes here. Like, your queen being so low is like bad. I mean, heroes in general, you've got to commit at least 2 builders to 2 heroes, if not 3 at all times, and just exist inside the game, farming with 3 heroes. If you can manage to line it up to where you war once a week with whatever clan you're in, cool. You can intentionally not upgrade a hero for a couple days, but you should be hyper focused on upgrading these heroes at this stage. Like hyper focused. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next one here. Otherwise, very, very, very impressed by your wall progress. Let's see. Let's get this one here. Krishna, please, can you have a look at my base? So Krishna 23. So Krishna, tell us where you're from, who you are, and what you're trying to get out of the video game. While I look your base up here. All right, and then after this one, I will take a brief bathroom break and come back, and we'll continue on with the stuff. I have some war attacks to do as part of the stream as well. Psychopath. Look at you. Okay, nice. Yeah, so this is someone who's probably got a very good-looking village. Yeah, look at that. Good job, man. You don't need my help. You don't need my help. This looks great. You got a bunch of supercharges. You're double supercharged. Your village is, in some ways, ahead of my village. I am maxed out on my heroes, though. I think my laboratory is further... Yeah, my laboratory is further along than yours. I think I only have 3 more things to do in the lab. But defensively, you look awesome. There's really nothing more to say. Good job, dude. Keep up the good work. Prasad. Let me get Prasad real quick. That because there really was much to say about that. Let's see. Prasad. We'll look at Prasad. Let's go. Social. ROC. R8. QG8G. Prasad. It's not, oh, God. Dude. I'm going to say the same thing a lot. Guys, please just commit your builders to heroes ad nauseum. If you're going to do this rush thing, like, please, for the love of Pete, just put 2 builders on 2 of your heroes all the time. Just do it. There's really good, it's not just so that you're keeping up. Eventually what's going to happen is you're going to have 1 or 2 heroes that hit like 8-day upgrade times, which means when you get Book of Heroes, you use your Book of Heroes on those heroes and you get the most time discount from a Book of Heroes. Jeez, man. Like, slow your roll a little bit, but commit builders to at least 2 heroes. You're Town Hall 15. You have 6 heroes now. You have all the heroes that are in the video game. You have access to them. 2 of them, at minimum, should be on permanent upgrade cycle. Permanent upgrade. Here come the tags. Oh, boy. Okay, so we got Prasad. Oh, so Prasad says his main idea is this one. So let's quickly peek at it. I'm assuming that was an experiment of Prasad. C. 22VR. Yeah, that looks like a much more reasonably leveled account on its face. He did skip some of the unnecessary pets. That's fine. And he's leveled the logger and not anything else. Let's see what the base actually looks like, though. Not bad. Looks like a newer Town Hall 18. Right? He's got Town Hall 17 walls. Base looks reasonably leveled. I mean, if I'm looking at this right here, max P.E.K.K.A.s are going to be very, very helpful. If you ever decide to put down a barracks, another level on your P.E.K.K.A.s is going to be helpful for you. Same with the wizard. Wizards and P.E.K.K.A.s come out of a barracks. It's a very simple siege to deploy and utilize and get value from. If you're moderately interested in ground armies, making sure that you get those Valkyries up is going to be essential. Same with your Root Riders, but it's up to you. I'm a little disappointed that your Barbs and Archers are not upgraded. Your Archers in particular, because Archers can be really good to help you clean up and avoid time failing. They're cheap 1 housing space units. In terms of spells, however, I would say that the freeze is extremely important to have. If you're using any kind of fireball armies, if you're using Duke Backpack with Giant Arrow, getting the Quakes up can be sort of an icing on the cake move, because once you get past level 5, I believe it is, you start doing damage to troops and heroes. So if you happen to arrow backpack an area that has a hero and or a guardian, the Quakes will further damage them, maybe even kill them. I actually watched an esports match this morning, and the guy actually took the Town Hall down, which was on 1 HP, and the Logger down, which was on 1 HP, but survived the explosion from the Duke. He dropped a Quake on it, and it actually took out both of them after the fact, which is pretty neat. Have you went to the town square and collected your free skin? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Okay, guys, give me just a minute. We've been live for about an hour 15 so far. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. When I come back, I'm going to do my best to catch up with the chat in order. I know chat's starting to move because people saw me start looking at bases now. Now all the base codes are flying into the chat. We're gonna crush those out, but I need to use the toilet real quick. So I do encourage you to take a lap around your house, get something to eat or drink, or use the bathroom like I'm about to do. But don't go anywhere. I will be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Before you ask, yes, I washed my hands. We're ready to go. I'm gonna make sure to get the water off. There's some live vortex happening. I guess we should watch one of these while it's going. Ooh. Attack on to number 1 is in progress. Let's check it out. All right, so what do we have here? Am I closer or further away? Can't tell. Better? Yeah, it's a little better. Okay, so what do we get? Zooming across the core. He's overgrowth the Revenge Tower, which could get really sketchy here in a second, but the Dark Orb does connect. Hopefully that's enough. Dragon Riders are making their way around. See, are they going to be able to catch this Revenge when it comes back alive? Looks like stuff is turning back for the Revenge Tower. The Warden does go down. Freeze onto the Revenge and the Sweeper. This should be a triple. GG. Number 1 goes down. Nice little 4X to the end. Good job. Good job to 007. Taking out the number 1 base. W. Gavin. Gavin is one of our star attackers. He's a Legend 1 player. He's going in with the Monolith Arrow, a man after my own heart. Let's see it happen. Is she going to dip into the compartment? She do. She's got the Angry Jelly effect on. Very good. Getting the Angry Jelly business. Here comes the Lava Launcher. Number 1 hit. Invis over the Queen to kill the defending Queen. We go, and it looks like he's setting a funnel for Super Bowlers. Can I get the storage down? That would be kind of cool. Weird, she shot a wall, and I don't know why. Does lose a healer on the recall. I'm guessing he recalled the Angry Jelly. It's a little bit unfortunate. Goes ahead, sends that sends the bowlers in with the log launcher. I'm starting to wonder if they're going to miss this funnel. He does break as well, though. Sends the Duke over the top to help further shape the funnel. Quickly gets a rage down so he doesn't lose another bowler here. And here comes the heroic torch. Pounding straight forward into the core. King is on the flank. Spiky ball goes off. The CC comes out. He has dealt with the defending Guardian. Can he get this Inferno Tower down before the Queen sees the CC? And it happens. So at this point, he's got no revive. One totem. Is going to eliminate the air defense there. Does go invis one more time, which is going to keep the Fox alive for a little bit longer. Ooh, the Giant Bomb is pretty brutal, though. Spirit Fox gives him one more cycle. I think that's the last cycle he gets from the Fox. Naturally. Queen is somehow up. She is naked in the middle of the base. But I don't think he's afraid. I think he has this. GG to Gavin. Go ahead and put down the remainder of his troops and hit the 4X button. He should have this nice and easy. Good stuff. Good stuff. Some fresh hit triples coming through. Nice and smooth. Good stuff. Okay, let's get into a couple more base reviews. Jordan78 says, please visit my base, bro. Should we do this? No, I'm gonna do a base review. Let's see, so LX Jordan 78. I see your base here. 2C2 VQ GY 0R. Town Hall 18. Heroes looking amazing. Guardians all maxed out. Laboratory looks like you know what you're picking. My guess is you don't really need me to see your base here. And I'm right. Dude, if you got all these supercharges, you know exactly what your priorities are. You could do some work on your walls. The air meta is real, however. I don't like this hole in the base right here, by the way. I think it sort of invalidates this space that you've created here. I would take one of these wall tiles that you have awkwardly on the corner and just complete this wall here. I think what that does that actually keep the... No, I mean, if throwers get in there, they still see everything that's valuable. I would still say complete that wall right there. But other than that, you're on your way, man. Good luck. All right, we got Abhishek. Could you give me some tips for the Summer Jam? Maybe. Okay, so Abhishek. You guys got to forgive me if I'm not keeping up with chat, because when I do these streams, the chat gets a little crazy. Tank. Okay, so you're in Dom. I would say, Tank, during the Summer Jam, you should be committing to catching up your heroes like crazy. Like, straight up. Just do nothing but level heroes during the Summer Jam. Like, I should honestly push my Town Hall 13 to Town Hall 14 just to upgrade my heroes. That is if there's a discount on hero upgrade times. Defensively, you know, you're a new Town Hall 14. There's nothing that I really need to tell you here. But I would say during Summer Jam, 100% you should be committed to constantly upgrading all of your heroes. If our clan needs to put wars on sort of a little bit of a hold so people can take advantage of that, I'm down with it. But I'll need to poll the clan just to see what's going on. Okay, I already got Jordan. I added you. Have a look at mine as well, please. 90s kid. Okay, we'll look at 90s kid. Oh boy. Oh boy. Bro, it's crazy you have a maxed out Dragon Duke. RC is actually pretty close to max as well. You just hate your king, don't you? Okay. Your village looks like not that bad. I mean, yes, there's some Town Hall 15 stuff in here. But you have some Town Hall 16 stuff in here. I would say that's not bad. I would say during Summer Jam, you should do exactly what I told the last guy. Commit all builders to heroes. Take yourself out of war for a while. And just power level your heroes. If you got another 10 levels on all of your heroes, that would be enormous progression for this account. Like, these heroes right here are missing a lot. Like, a lot. Looks like you're into dragon armies. You've got the baby dragon, the dragon rider, the balloons. Okay, we get it. It always worries me when people don't have wall breakers leveled, because if you ever intend to do some sort of a Sui with a queen or a king, you have to have your wall breakers appropriately leveled to actually connect and break. Like, a super wall breaker will fail to break a wall if it's like 2 levels down, I think. So yeah, I would say just during Summer Jam, if there's a discount to upgrade times for heroes, 100% go all in on heroes only. Pause the defensive progress. Go all in on heroes. Let's see if this is another offense. Gavin's in again. Gavin's cracked. Let's go. Nice. We caught it at the very beginning. So he starts off with a little naked Duke charge. Uses a totem nice and early, actually. Gets directly in for the Revenge Tower here. Pre-triggers the Giga Bomb. Looks good. Nice pathing, too. I mean, he's going to get that Archer Tower out. Is he going to get the Rage Tower down? That'd be cool. He gets it barely. Nice. And then he totems in front of the Queen, which is odd. I think Skelly here probably would have been stronger to defend against the Monolith. There's no funnel here, which is worrying, right? Like, I wish he had something here, but let's see what happens. He does get the majority of his force to go into the base, which is good. Goes ahead and Eternal Tome, Healing Tome across the core. Hits the Overgrowth the second that the Rage triggers. Rage Tower has been negated. And now he's fighting off Headhunters. Headhunters do claim the Warden, but it's looking strong. It's looking very crushed. He still has another revive for his Dragon Duke. Yeah, this is looking pretty clapped. Definitely GG. You can hit the 4X button, but the raid is not, 1 minute is not left yet. 4X it. There he goes. GG, Gavin. Nice. All right, let's go on to the next one here. Oh, gosh. I really have to catch up. I have to catch up. There's so many comments. I'm going to miss something here. Jay Gore. Let's look at Jay Gore real quick. Wait. R2 P J 0 Q J 8V J's TH1. Okay, my advice for you is start playing the video game. Open your phone today. Open your phone before you go to bed. Open your phone when you wake up in the morning. Open your phone during your lunch break. Open your phone before you go to bed again. And just do that. Happy clashing. LX Jordan, please visit my base, bro. I feel like I just looked at this one, didn't I? I'll check. 2C2VQGY0R. Legend Jordy looking very good. Yeah, dude, you're on your way with supercharges. You don't need my advice. 100%. I'd say P.E.K.K.A.'s. If there's one thing that I'd say you should go ahead and do, it is to go ahead and max out your P.E.K.K.A. Siege Barracks is 100% a choice. I would say screw the Poison Lizard for now and go for the Raven. But you're doing good stuff. Nice looking base, man. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Generally speaking, for all the Town Hall 18s that are wanting me to look at their stuff, if you've actually upgraded the structure itself to the Town Hall 18 level, and all that's done, one thing you'll notice about my base is everything here is level 1 supercharge. The first level of the supercharge gives you additional DPS. The second level adds hit points. There's one exception to that, and that's the air defense. Both supercharge levels increases your DPS by 20. So that's why I have maxed out the supercharge on the air defenses, because it's 2 levels of DPS increase. What I would suggest is if you're Town Hall 18 to complete your level 1 supercharges first. Basically complete all the DPS increase supercharges, and then after that's done, go back around and then complete level 2 because it gives you more hit points. Okay, Jay Gore, I've already looked at that. 90s Kid, I've already looked at that. Lax Minar. Okay, check you out real quick. Lax Minarayan Nilur. Bro, I cannot even say it. I'm having a hard time. PCGVY0 PVU. Search. PGC. PGC VY0 PVU. Oh. Okay. The R18. Look at you. Heroes are a little bit behind, but other than that, I would say not terrible. Let's see what the base looks like. You know, defensively, like you're on par, right? Like you're not behind defensively as far as I can tell. Like some of this stuff is Town Hall 15. Yeah, okay. Like your mortars, but mortars are less important than other things, right? Like that's 16, that's going to be 15. So like I think a common theme would be if during Summer Jam there are discounts to upgrade times for heroes, specifically heroes, I would say nail as many hero levels as you possibly can. If that means taking yourself out of the war for a few weeks just to catch up, give yourself the most offensive progression you can. Because right now, like defensively, your base looks like pretty good, right? Like I don't really need to tell you, oh man, you need to catch this up, you need to catch that up. Sure, yeah, okay, you're 2 levels behind on your mortars, whatever. But everything else looks great to me. Wall breakers are on point. Healers look like they're on point. Maybe wait, are healers 1 level down? I think your healers are behind a level, if I'm not mistaken. Healers are important. If you ever want to run a ground-based army, having those healers maxed up is going to be really helpful. I would say go ahead and make sure that you finish off your Frosty. Oh, wow, your Unicorn isn't maxed. Really, you know, it's between like Frosty, Unicorn, and Angry Jelly. All 3 of these are fantastic. I would put my time into those for now. In terms of pets. But overall, decent looking base, sir. Decent looking base. Jaguar, I looked at his. Avishek, or let's see, LX Jordan. Let's look at LX Jordan and make sure that I'm not repeating things. I feel like I am. G9Y 8LVJLR. No, I'm not. Okay, look at this. All right, little Town Hall 14. Looking decent. Heroes tell me that you are playing the game at a slower pace, maxing up as you go. Laboratory looks fine. Village is looking appropriate. Yeah. You look like a newer Town Hall 14. Good work, dude. Every time I look at one of these villages, I'm looking for the pet house to make sure that this thing is cooking. You should never leave the pet house dormant. Never. Also, I would suggest now that you've unlocked the unicorn, completely forget about the three other pets. Completely forget about them. Do nothing but max out the unicorn. If you are at all interested in rushing to unlock the Duke, I don't think it's a bad choice for Town Hall 14s to sort of go halfway-ish, maybe a little bit more than halfway through Town Hall 14 and then go ahead and rush. But you're going to want to have the level 10 unicorn before you do that, because as soon as you arrive at Town Hall 15, you're going to upgrade the pet house once, and then you'll start smashing levels on this Frosty. As soon as Frosty's done, you want to be able to start smashing levels on this Daggy. As soon as Daggy's done, you want to upgrade, skip the Lizard, unlock the Phoenix, and max Phoenix out. So the useful pets at Town Hall 15 are as follows: Unicorn, Frosty, Daggy, and the Phoenix. Do not waste your time with anything else for the time being. But good look there, regardless. Avishek. Let's look at Avishek. I'm really trying my message is about, brother, I cannot keep up with messages. I just see nothing but base codes in the chat right now. So if I miss something, it's because I'm like looking for numbers and hashtags. U9U VJ R0R Fluffy Boo. Look at you. 110, 110, King Queen. That's a sexy feeling. Those numbers are nuts. I'll never forget maxing my queen out to level 50 for the first time. And I was like, bro, level 50 queen is so bae. And now she's literally more than double that, which is crazy. Actually crazy. Times were far simpler back then. Lab looks okay. Village looks awesome. Have you started your supercharges? No. Huh. Okay. Well, begin your supercharges next, man. I'm not seeing supercharges, right? Yeah, you can usually see that little glitter effect. That electric blue. Yeah, no supercharges. Air's dummy strong right now. Go ahead and supercharge your air defenses. Then from there, supercharge everything first that is air targeting. Meaning, I would not do the ricochet cannons right away. I would not do the bomb towers right away. I would not do the mortars right away. I would focus on anything that can shoot up. First, do the first supercharge level all the way around the board. That's my advice. Otherwise, really good looking village, man. Really, really good looking village. Really good stuff. All right, you are U9U. Okay, moving on. Jaguar. I've already seen yours, Jaguar. We already looked at it. Laxmanara. We looked at that already. Study with Prasad. Yep, correct. New Town LA team like 2 months ago. I'm using bowlers now. Okay. Jaguar again. Laxmar, I did visit yours. Rohit Ahmed, 5584. Let's go. Let's check you out. Got 2 war attacks to do, by the way. P8UYUP. Did I look at this one already? No, I don't think I did. Again, what I would say for this village, I mean, defense looks fantastically leveled. I don't think you should be rushing at all to upgrade your defenses at this moment. What I would say is Summer Jam is around the corner. If there are discounts for hero upgrade times, I would smash hero upgrades like there's nobody like nobody's business. I mean, you are defensively, the walls look great. There's nothing that you should be just reaching for defensively on this village. I would say anytime you can maximize builder value, do it with your heroes. If you know that you have to take a week off because you have exams or something when school starts back, if you're a student still, take opportunities to actually like put all the heroes down at the same time. And just sort of bounce around with that. And if you're not upgrading all the heroes at the same time, I would say always be upgrading 2 heroes. Always. 2 of them should be on upgrade all the time. All the time. You can still take 4 into a battle. So if you upgrade 2, the other 4 are available. Just smash 2 heroes constantly. At the minimum. I'm seeing a lot of this stuff here that like people like continue to spam the chat, and I eventually did get to it, but then like they continued to spam the chat in the meantime. I'm really having a hard time catching up here. Like the chat is just moving too damn fast. All right, I already know who I've looked at. If you missed your own base review, then I can't help you. Parthsheet 772. That's a new name. We'll look at his. Parthsheet 772. 2Q L88 L8CL. Parth. Okay. Whew. Man. Pets. I'd say the unicorn is a you can't go wrong kind of pet. Would also say that the Frosty is a you can't go wrong kind of pet. I'd say that the Sneezy is a you can't go wrong kind of pet. Angry Jelly. A little bit more case dependent, but very strong on the Duke, very strong on an opening queen charge. It's going to depend on your skill level. Looks like you're an air attacker. You do have healers maxed out. You do have throwers maxed out. Okay, so you have a ground and an air army. You got some flexibility there. I'm worried though that your wall breakers are only level 7 because if you are attacking a tunnel 18 and they have max walls, you're going to need more than 1 super wall breaker. Those wall breakers will not cut it versus tunnel 18. So I think maybe taking some time to catch up your wall breakers would be valuable. High value. Also, your balloons, despite having max dragons, max E-Drags, max dragon riders, your balloons are sorely underleveled. That's a little disappointing as well. So there's several comments about your laboratory. Here, I'd say, bro, you should probably just slow your roll. Slow your roll a little bit. I mean, you're already at tunnel 18. At this stage, take every opportunity to upgrade your heroes. I'd say the same thing that I said to the last guy. Put 2 builders on 2 of your heroes 24/7 all year long. Eventually, you're going to max this queen out. Right? This queen is getting close. I'd say put the queen down. I'd say put the king down. And just play with the other 3, with the other 4. As soon as the queen's done, well, then your queen's done. The queen's permanently in your army. Take your prince. Level. This RC is getting pretty close to maxed out. I mean, she's not that close. She's got about, you know, what, like 18 levels or something. But still, that's closer than you think. The same thing with the Duke. The Duke only gets 10 more levels. So just pick 2 heroes, upgrade them constantly. Easy. What's up? Praby brought the squad. What's up, Praby? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. We're having a base review stream right now, which I do like once every month or 2. And my chat is just I mean, with YouTube and Twitch, my chat is just filled with base links. So I'm having a hard time catching up. Laxamar and all, man, the unpatient nature of some of these people, like, and I did look at your base. LAXMINARAYANILLUR. I looked at your base. I gave you the advice. If you missed it, I need you to roll the stream back and stop being a brat, because I don't like that. But yeah, just like the demanding nature, brother, I'm living my life right now. Love Shot. Let's see. Love Shot. Your base is crazy with a smiley face. See, I like people that smile. I like people that bring happy-go-lucky attitudes. I like being friends with those people. R2U00QL22. Let's see. Love Shot. Oh boy. Oh boy. Brand new player. Look at you. And you're active. Congratulations. Congratulations. My advice to you is, before you go to bed tonight, log in. Upgrade a couple things. When you wake up in the morning, log in. Upgrade a couple things. This building right here should always be glowing. If it is not glowing, you're getting behind. That is so important, you have no idea. This should always be glowing. There should always be activity from your lab. If it is paused, or if you've noticed that it's not working, you should instantly put something on upgrade every single time. Also, something that's going to help you in the long run a lot is to go ahead and unlock as many builders as you can possibly unlock. The extra builders cost gems, and you can get 5 of them. The other thing that you can do is if you level this side, if you level the builder hall, you'll eventually reach a point where you unlock a 6th builder for free. So I can see you're active over here too. Very good. From day 1, you don't need to dwell so much on this side of the village, but just know that you're going to need to progress this village to get the 6th builder, which makes, you know, around the middle town halls feel a lot more comfortable progression-wise. 6 builders instead of 5 is a massive difference in the speed of your progression. But I hope you enjoy the video game. I hope you like clashing. Hope you have fun. Also, one thing I've been saying a lot to every other player that's asked for me to look at their villages, make sure that your heroes are prioritized. Every time you have a builder that you can spare, knock a level of your heroes out, right? I don't know if you can actually upgrade the king at all at this town hall. I'm not even sure. You're town hall 6. I know at town hall 7 though he can go to level 5. Don't allow yourself to get horrendously behind on your hero levels. The game, you're much stronger when your heroes are appropriately leveled. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, Love Shot. Daily Minotaur says, meow. Ow. Ow. Like my cat voice. Let's see. TheyComing. Summer Jam. Week 3 and Week 4 will include heroes and pets for 25% discounts on price and time while having DE rolls boosted, so loot is easier to find. Got it. Okay. Are you playing on PC? No, I'm not. I'm playing on an iPad. Rohit, I looked at your base. Parth Sheet, I also looked at your base. What the heck is a summer jam? What should I do in summer jam? Focus on heroes if you're behind. Praby. Okay. If you have time for one more, could you take a look? Flow Pie. Okay, we'll look at Flow Pie. Man, these streams are tough for me to track. YCG. Flow Pie. You look good. You look great. You look like a Town Hall 14. Defenses. Almost there. Looking solid. Expos. That. This is the only thing defensively that you really need to do. I don't think you really need my advice here. Your lab's active. Your pet house is active. Good. You know, your heroes are on par, right? I think the only hero here that's actually technically behind is your prince, but that's only 2 levels. No one's going to cry about that. You're looking good, dude. You're looking really good. I'd say at this point, forget about Lassie, Owl, and Yak and do nothing but level your unicorn just to optimize your experience, because you're really not going to want to use those other 3 pets as soon as you arrive at Town Hall 15. Could you explain what Summer Jam is? I've never heard of it. So Summer Jam is a sort of a smaller version of what we call Hammer Jam. Hammer Jam is usually in the fall time. So like around like is it third or fourth quarter that Hammer Jam is? But Hammer Jam is when there's 50% off all upgrade and building times. So like upgrade costs and building time costs are halved. And it lasts like, what, a couple weeks at least? Summer Jam, I think, is supposed to be a mini version of that as far as the community chatter is. I haven't seen what it exactly is yet. I don't know that it's been announced officially. But some people are saying that it's going to be like 25% off. What's this? Elmo Clash says 25% off. Second week is Elixir. Third week is Dark Elixir. Yeah, so it's like each week there's going to be a different discount for upgrades per the resource type. So gold upgrades obviously affect your defenses. Elixir upgrades affect mostly your laboratory and like if you have a Grand Warden. You don't have a Grand Warden yet though, love. But yeah. Praby sent you a FR on Discord. Oh, she did? Okay. Sure. Let me hit her back. What's her name? Pending. I don't see it. Message requests. I don't see it. So, Praby, I don't know. Don't quite see it, Mr. Vornik. Oh no, they're talking to each other. Ha! Okay. I thought he was talking to me, telling me that Praby had added me. Okay. Keep on moving. All right. Man, this chat is getting long here. Okay. Metal Bone. Let's do Metal Bone 1393. So Metal Bone, if you're here, get ready. Talk about Metal Bone. I'm gonna see how quickly I can catch up with this chat. If I start doing these quicker, it's because I'm realizing how behind I am on chat. Metal Bone, bro, you look awesome. You look fantastic. Looks like you're now upgrading your logger. Fantastic. Your lab looks great. Man, headhunters can be extremely helpful. I hope you're doing that next. Also, the freeze. I think freeze might actually be a little bit more helpful in the grand scheme of things. In terms of the siege machines, I would recommend just going ahead to get your Skywagon all the way up before you even touch the other ones that have level 6s available. Check out the base real quick. Your base looks amazing, man. It looks like you got all your supercharges in full swing. Yeah, you're double supercharged. You don't need my help. You don't need my help whatsoever. You're on minors? Hello? We're on minors. 58 of them. What do you do if there's like a dragon CC? What do you do? What do you do if there's like 3 ice golem? Like there's this is why this explains to me why you're in Dragon 33 or Electro 33. If you swap to an air army, get with some more meta air strats, if you get into the throwers, if you get into the super bowlers, you could promote to Legend 3, no doubt. You're going to need to learn to use the armies, but 52 miners is not it. All right. Supercharges will not be discounted during Hammer Jam, or at least they shouldn't be, but you never know. What do you mean they won't be discounted during Hammer Jam? Or at least they shouldn't be. What? You're kidding. Why would you assume that? Why would you assume that? Have they said it? Or is that something that they've done in the past? Only to the first supercharge set mono and revenge need to spin the dark. In zero collectors, I'm trying to finish traps and now I'll go back for second levels and then collector. Elma, that really good idea. Solid path. The main attacker in my clan, if I place all my 6 heroes to upgrade at the same time, we will lose every single war. If your clan is depending on just you to win the war, there's something up with that. Also, I would say that, you know, maybe just taking one war off per week could be a way for you to still participate in the clan. But also war, right? Like, but also make your own progress. It's just 2 weeks for a whole bunch of hero levels. Don't think it's worth it. No, it's definitely worth it. 100% definitely worth it. Probably with a cat emoji. God, I'm so far behind here. I'm so far behind. Clan Castle needs to be inside, bro. Oh yeah, throw your Clan Castle inside of your base if it's not. Silverback, let's see. Let's look at it. Silverback. LOLU2 RQ8. I am Silverback. Progression looks definitely reasonable. You got some nice even upgrades across all your pets. Not bad whatsoever. I do think Dragon Riders would probably suit you very well right now because it looks like you've focused on a lot of air here. So Dragon Riders are a dominant troop in the metagame at the moment with modifiers. So if you know they work well with modifiers, they're going to work even better without modifiers. In Electro 32, you do not have modifiers. So I would get on an army that is based around... This ain't it, though. Okay, hold on. Super Bowlers with no healers, you are trolling. You are trolling. If you triple someone, it's because they look like a Town Hall 16. And even then, I'd say you could fail. You need to get healers into this army. 9 Super Bowlers, 3 Ice Golems, 2 regular bowlers, because more bowlers, I guess. And 3 Super Wall Breakers. It's just a bit... It's like... why? Why? And I see you, Manian USZ. I see you here. I'm going to get your tag next. I have a combined chat that I'm desperately trying to rip through here. So I do apologize. Yeah, get healers into your army. Open with some sort of a queen charge for a corner. Either recall the queen or get ready to... You probably recall the queen, unless you're really, really comfortable with charging. Redrop her on the, outside of where she cut in, and then put the bowlers with her. Use the king to funnel the other side. It's a pretty solid format for that. But yeah, it's amazing. You have this chunk of max level walls, and you have like this chunk of oddly leveled walls, which is fun to look at. But it looks like you are completely in charge of your destiny. You look like you have a plan. I'd say go forth, sir. Go forth. Okay, now we get into Maniana's Z. Mania. Gosh, I feel like I'm just butchering names right now. I don't know what to say. Let's see. 98CY. CVY. 9L8L. Okay, Manian. Town Hall 16. Excellent looking hero levels. Would appear on its face that your laboratory is fine. Your pets are fine. Pets are looking great. Yeah, let's check it out here. See what your base looks like. Your village looks great. Honestly, you're doing good things. I don't think you really need my advice here. It looks like you're a newer 16. You got some of the Town Hall 16 stuff. You're missing some of the Town Hall 16 stuff. Your walls are about halfway done, so it looks like you're, reasonably about halfway through. You heroes, your queen's going to go to 95. Same with your king. You look great. You look great. You're stunning. You look stunning, darling. All right. I would say, just generally speaking, because you're Town Hall 15 plus, committing 2 builders to heroes all the time is a solid plan for success. Once you have 6 heroes, if you always upgrade 2, you can always use a complete set of 4 in war, and that means you don't have to take yourself out of wars. So GG's there. Would appreciate some attack advice for hitting up. Minion Prince has been upgrading like 30 levels in a row. That's a solid, awesome, freaking awesome advice for attack for hitting up. What I can say is that Fireball Super Witches is a dominant strategy. It is a very dominant strategy. I forgot to check out what your league was. I'm actually going to peep that once before we turn this off. L8L. You're in Dragon 29. Yeah. Okay, cool. Fireball Super Witches is probably very strong. If you're Town Hall 16, you have access to Root Riders and Valkyries. That's also a very viable strategy. Anything where you open with a Warden Fireball is going to be dummy strong. I think also people have pretty good success with Super Yeti Bombs. I promoted my 13 to P.E.K.K.A 22 using Fireball Super Witches with a Yeti clone bomb, a Super Yeti clone bomb, and went 9 out of 10 triples. And that's how I promoted. On my 14, ran nearly the same army, Fireball Super Witches with a Super Yeti clone to open each attack, and I think I went 9 for 12 triples and was able to promote to Titan 25 last week. Okay, Tijil Panic says, do my base. It's really rushed. Okay, be prepared for a broken record. Let's see. Dark Recruit. Bruh. Okay. Now that you're Town Hall 16, I'm saying the same thing over and over. 2 of your 6 heroes should be permanently upgrading all the time. Nobody cares about your defense right now. Nobody cares. Another Town Hall 16 is going to look at your base and say, I don't care. These are so sorely under-leveled. You could do a lot of this stuff overnight. Like, you could get all your builders available and then just, like, go to bed and wake up and have one more level on everything. I don't know why people decide to play the game this way. These levels take no time at all. Like, no time. So if you can't sacrifice 6 builders to go to bed, right? At least put 2 builders on hero duty perpetually until you have max heroes. That is my legit advice for this. Pravy. And also, thank you so much for that raid, Pravy. Really do appreciate it. Let's see. What else we got? Are you going to do Clan War? I should. We're over 2 hours. I have to stop doing base reviews in order for me to do this. It looks like the base links have basically subsided. Oh boy. Okay. I have to, why don't you use thumbnails for your videos? I just lack the focus to do it. Back when I was actually producing YouTube videos, like edited videos, I was making thumbnails. But for my streams, I'm just streaming the game. Making a thumbnail for every single stream is definitely a little bit more effort. It's not totally out of the question, but I could. Okay, I'm scrolling all the way down. There's just way too much here. All right, so you should do super healers to support a ground army. I don't know how you could do a super healer without it kind of breaking the game, though. Like where you create an issue where sustain becomes broken, I would be worried about that. Yeah, okay, so no more base reviews. I really don't have time. I have to do that stuff. Jaded says, thanks for the advice, TC. We'll start doing that. Jaded? Wait, Jaded, did I catch your base earlier? Did I actually catch your base earlier? Do you want me to make those thumbnails for you? No, it's okay, it's okay. Second account. Oh, you were just listening to the blanket advice. Yeah, I would say for all players, if you rush the game to get to Town Hall 15, you get 6 heroes. The Dragon Duke comes into the fray that allows you to perpetually upgrade 2 heroes and have a full 4 package of workable heroes for war. Hero advice was good. Yeah, for sure. New troop and spells sucks. Hope they give something good for Town Hall 19. Yeah, I am underwhelmed by the Rune Witch, but I'm honestly like fine with the way the Rune Witch is. Let me tell you why I'm fine with it. Spawners at Town Hall 9, aka the Witch at Town Hall 9, made the game completely disinteresting from a competitive perspective. You could spend ages building a base, testing a base. It would defend Lalo. It would defend Hog Riders. It would defend XYZ. And then someone would just wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning with their morning coffee and throw witches at it and just like trip through the front door and actually 3-star. I'm okay with the fact that Rune Witches are underwhelming because I don't want another spam troop to enter the game that just removes steps down the competitive aspect of the game. Nice fireball, Omar. Eliminates the CC compartment in its entirety. Beautiful stuff. But he's got to watch out for this logger. If this logger sees this warden too soon, could run into an issue with his healers. He is going to drag the Warden outside the base. Unfortunately, though... Oh, good logger. Good log launcher right there to get him through the wall. Flies the Duke to his kill squad. That's interesting. And if you look at his camps, he's got super minions and rocket loons. So he's going to be surgically taking apart the outside of the base as his hero charge is meant to push and progress the core. The Warden's going to die here, though. That multi melted him down. Unfortunately, loses the rage benefit from the rage gem. But now he's got 3 heroes marching around the exterior of the base. He's got a Super Yeti with 1 healer on it right now. He's going to make it to the core. He needs to get this down. Nicely done. And with 2 Rocket Loons, 4 more Super Minions yet to deploy, he's just going to surgically attack the outside of the base. This is beautifully done. He should have enough to pull this out here. Wow, and that spiky ball. Sealed it. GG's. Good stuff, Omar. Good stuff. Love that hit. That was chef's kiss. Chef's kiss from Omar. Gorgeous, honestly. Need to change my pants after that one. That was fantastic. TIJIL or Panic says, thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Usually push my coffers and labs. With the resources I always have, my heroes max, but I will take your advice and switch my strategy completely. Thanks, man. Much love. Oh, I mean, take my advice with a grain of salt. Do your own research, right? But if you're asking my opinion, that's my opinion. All right. Jaded is put. Okay, so Jaded wants me to check him out. I'm actually going to check Jaded out here. Jaded is an old teammate of mine. Let's check him. And he has just started to clash, so this is actually very helpful for him. All right. Look at him here. Okay, so he's got a level 22 king, level 15 queen, level 10 prince. All right, so he's a little bit behind with his heroes. Let's check it. I mean, his village, I mean, upgrade, like defensive wise, like the village is looking pretty good. And because he's a Town Hall 10, he only has access to 3 heroes, but he can take 2 into battle every single time. So let's play with this idea. If you can only take 2 heroes into every battle, that means that the 3rd hero is not used. At Town Hall 10, I would say at least 1 builder should be on a hero all the time. At least 1. Just got to Town Hall 10 yesterday. Okay, good. Man, your walls look great. Honestly, you're already like almost done, but that's kind of how the wall grind goes these days for the lower town halls. Is walls are just so cheap. Farming is so simple. You know, you blast the walls out, and then once that's done, well, your builders can stay 100% committed to, you know, timers instead of having, you know, keeping 1 available just so you can hit a wall every now and then. That used to be part of the game years ago, but now it's like loot's free basically. I would say, yeah, just make sure that at least 1 hero is upgrading all the time, if not 2. If you are not warring, upgrade all 3 and just, you know, rough it for like 2 weeks in a row. And then after that, tell me how much progress you've made. If you rough it for 2 weeks, you would be shocked how far you get with these 3 heroes. The game really moves fast at Town Hall 10 these days. Like, really fast. Jaded says, I'm going to start 2 at a time. Yeah, nice. You always do 1? Nice. Yeah, cool. So, yeah, for reference, Town Hall 10 goes 40, 40, 20, if I'm not mistaken. So you definitely have some work to do, a little bit of time ahead of you, but it's the joys of the lower town halls. It happens quick. We used to cry upgrading walls back in those days. Only old players can understand that pain. Yeah, it used to. I mean, to be fair, I mean they were always expensive for the top town hall, but when you would go to attack, you had to pay for the army, right? You had to use resources to cook your army. And then you had to find a base that had suitable loot. And then you were basically only getting a net gain based on what the army costs and what you could loot from a base. So you couldn't just sit there and rapid fire attacks every single time. Once you finished doing an attack, oftentimes the next army was still in the process of cooking up. It was still training. So you couldn't attack right away. So progression, doing things like walls, actually, it was a bit of a chore. It's crazy how the league system works now. I did 5 attacks, took 2 defenses, and I'm already feeling very good about my chances. That's awesome, man. It's awesome. When you attacked, your shield would go down as well. Yeah, that too. So you basically felt compelled to like reach a certain benchmark. Like if you're trying to, just get your final builder onto something, right? You had to stay logged in so you wouldn't get attacked and lose a chunk of that loot and then have to farm even more just to put the builder down again. But once you got all those builders synced into something, you just turn the game off. You're like, thank God, Now it's just not that way. Early on, we didn't have another army cooked up, just the 1 troop in line, each barrack. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Oh yeah, we had multiple barracks. So every time you got to a new town hall, and you could put another level on your barracks, you had to upgrade 4 different barracks, which all took time. And guess what? When you upgraded a barracks, it increased the time it took to train things. 3 barracks couldn't train the army as fast as 4 could. Likewise, if you upgraded 3 barracks, you had only 1 barracks, it could take you 3 hours to train an army. No joke. Should add ores and CWL's metal shop. Easy solution, but they're greedy pigs. They won't, man. Please don't ignore. Hold on. Silverback, did I not look at your base? Thought I did. Y92. PJ. Oh, God, my eyes. PJR 200. I am Silverback. Thought I looked at this. 2 of your builders should always be on heroes. Always. You're doing good to ignore the yak, the owl, and Lassie. You're prioritizing your pets really well, so I don't think you need help with that. It looks like you have a good idea of what's strong. Your healers look to be underleveled. That's concerning. Your headhunters. Ooh, your headhunters, man. I don't think you understand how valuable appropriately leveled headhunters can be. You need to get those headhunters up to level 3 as soon as humanly possible. They're dummy helpful. Like, really helpful. Over here, looks like you've got a little hodgepodge of every wall level in the game, or most wall levels in the game. That's fun to look at. Good luck. I don't know. Just, all this stuff you're doing defensively right now, to me, I'm thinking to myself, whatever, who cares? You need to be looking at these guys. Like, really, you need to be working on this. You are working on the Warden. I see it. But I would say at least get 2 of your heroes on perpetual upgrade cycle. Make sure your pet's active. Yeah, pet house is always active. Is your lab active? It better be. It's not. Shame. Bruh. For shame. You've got to keep this building active. That's a problem. Right away. That should be lit up like a Christmas tree. We should see the activity there. all the time. You are losing the plot when your laboratory goes dormant. You remember Fireball Rocket Loom being weak at Town Hall 12? My heroes just can't get through Town Hall 14s, unlike Super Archers or Blizzard. Okay, I think Super Archers are way too flimsy, by the way. If you are coming off of Fireball Rocket Loons, I transitioned to Fireball Super Witches. And I can say that Fireball Super Witches are far more consistent, far more stable than Fireball Rocket Loons as you get up to like 3 Town Hall hit-ups. Which is ultimately what happens to you in ranked. Like my 13 is hitting 16s. My 14 is hitting 17s. Like that's an insane differential, right? Rocket Loons don't stop trading well the larger Town Hall disparity there is. Like the interactions don't end up working the same. So Super Witches are themselves tanky. The big boys are themselves tanky. They are surprisingly effective at 3 Town Hall hit-ups. The Super Archers, I think you have to focus way too hard on keeping them alive. Super Witches, there's a greater margin for you to play with. Like, you see them get targeted by something, they can take 2 or 3 shots, maybe even more than that, and still not immediately die. The Super Archers can be gone in an instant. They're just not beefy enough to really last. Please give me a shout out to my clan. Shout out to you, brother. Mr. Luftwaft. Shout out to you. Keep the hero grind alive. That's my ultimate advice for you. Did you play in the OG CWL when it was community-based? Yes, I did. I had a blast back then in the arranged war setting. It was so much fun. All right, guys, we're at 2 hours 20 minutes. I need a couple war attacks off before I end the stream today. But it's been an awesome stream so far. I've got my Town Hall 13 that I need to immediately complete attacks on, actually. So Town Hall 13 time. We have a clean castle cake, so we don't have to request. We can rip these off pretty quick. Let's have some fun, nerds. So if you're talking about Fireball Super Witches, I actually promoted using this precise army that you see in front of you. So it's Fireball Super Witches, but it includes an interesting variation which has a Super Yeti bomb attached. So you are investing almost all of your spell space at the beginning of the attack. A, to get the Fireball off with the 2 Quake. B, to get the Super Yeti bomb off with the 2 Clone and the Rage spell. But with those 2 things going off properly, you can delete huge value from a base before you even put down the Super Witches. It really makes the Super Witches' life a lot easier. Let's go ahead and find our first victim. All right, so we're looking at this base here. It says our recommended target is a 14. It is a weaker 14. You see some Town Hall 11 point defense on there that is a little bit behind. I'm looking at his clan castle, which is loaded. It's always good to check. Sometimes in clan wars, clans don't fill their CCs. I want to say it would be a good idea for me to fireball his town hall. It's very exposed. Fireballing the town hall and then attempting to fly in with the blimp to get on top of basically this expo right here would grant me the eagle, the scatter, one of the infernos, ideally, right? We could clear out that chunk. And then after getting that, I think we can then pull him to attack in this way. Or I could even pull off and go that way. I think that way is probably better. Because if we're deleting this and we're deleting this, we'd have to go through that weird skinny part. I think up here is probably better. I think. We also would not be fighting a sweeper with our healers if we avoid walking into that compartment. So what we'll do is we'll drop the Warden over here next to the Helper Hut. We will early double quake over the Town Hall Expo and the Inferno Tower to wake the Town Hall up, so it is now a defense, because if you don't quake the Town Hall first, it's not a defense. Your Fireball will not target it when you do the Invis trick. We will launch the Fireball, ideally clear this compartment in its entirety, drag the Warden north. But while this is going on over here, we want to send the Blimp with the Super Yetis, the 2 clone spells, and the Rage spell. We want to land that on that Expo if we can. And I'm looking at the sweepers. That looks fine. So as long as we drop like right on this corner with 1 Loon in front, we should easily get to that Expo. And I think this is wrecked. All right, let's do it. Okay. Cool. We get it? We get it. That's huge value, actually. Boom! Cool. Break right here. Cool. Baby Dragon in the corner. Break again. Queen's on the outside. I'm not mad at that, actually. Because watch what happens here. King. With the Stick Horse. Watch what he does. This King's about to go crazy. Look at this. Go, King, go! Hi-ho, Silver! Away! Nice. Oh, this is wrecked. I mean, we knew, right? Like, I am him, but we do it before we can even speed through the attack. I actually did this faster than necessary. Couldn't even hit the 4X for you guys. That was a 4X attack for you. GG. GG. All right. Next up, we got another victim. Let's claim another one. All right, my 14 is not in the war because I'm upgrading all 5 heroes at once on that account. So our next recommendation is right here. I'm looking at Loon Blimp to go right in for his clan castle, Eagle, this section. I think a decent fireball as well would be to hit this Expo, or maybe just hit the scatter. So we would go opposite. Blimp it would be opposite from the Warden on this hit, which is similar to where last time. I mean, we kind of dropped him opposite corners. Yeah, and I'm trying to see how many invis would I need to actually get into this. I think 1. Right? If we baby dragon that, we could invis these 2. And I think the Warden. I think Warden would be closer here. we'd have to be really careful with his placement, right? Because that cannon could play with the fireball in a way we don't want. I don't think that one is going to play with us, but I think that cannon might. I mean, if we do 2 invis trick, we just go like this, and we drop him higher, right? Just to guarantee that it hits there. Okay. We might be thinking too hard about it. Let's go get it. Make sure I know my drop point over here. Okay, I see it. And Clan Castle is full. We know that. Okay, let's go. I think Warden is too high here. But he should come down, which should put him a little closer. Okay, we're gonna go with it now. Cool. Found it. Core. Deleted. Town Hall? Town Hall? Can we? Town Hall. Not quite. But you know what? We do get Queen Arrow. Break again. Baby Dragon over here. I think we can force Queen in here. We have to keep dropping those babies. Cool. All right. Let's drop a Baby Dragon right here. Let's get ready to go with the King and the, you know, King and RC together, I've found to be very, very fun. Okay. And King's ability now. He's over the wall. This is gravy. Utterly dismantled. I don't even need the rocket spear. Can use it for cleanup. Boom. There we go. Swag the end is. Taken apart. All right, I want to zoom out. Did you guys do good in CWL? We were third. In Dom, we're in a position where we're in Crystal 2 now. And we found a lot of clans running like 18s and 17s. And 2 clans in particular that were in our group, you know, backed it up with like reasonable skill. And ultimately, we just couldn't stand up to him. I mean, everyone attacked. No one missed a war attack. But we still ended up third in the group. And that was against some clans that were all 17s and 18s. Mind you, we're running 15, 14, and 13. And this Queen Arrow just seals the deal right here. Look. Beep. Town Hall taken. That's no longer a threat. Then making sure to take all this garbage with the Baby Dragon obviously meant that the Super Witches weren't going to wander so far. They did have to beat a couple walls, but big boys plus Super Witches plus a giant, they can punch through concrete. You know, they're chill. Two exit now. Yeah, no issues here. This is cake. Once you get all those Infernos out of the way, like, the game just does, it feels like nothing is a threat anymore with this army. Base just sort of collapses. And then our other hit, I didn't watch the replay yet myself. This one is objectively kind of a poopy base, but you know. We beat them all in the percentage destruction still. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so like percentage destruction, we were fantastic. Were we actually first or second in percent? But it was stars, man. Yeah, that clone Yeti bomb did nasty work to this one. I particularly liked what I set up for my Barbarian King to do here, too. Headhunter. Well, yeah, good job funneling. Like, as long as you set the path for the Super Witches, you just set it up. And you create a situation where the Super Witches really can't make too many choices about where to go. They're very self-sufficient. They have great HP. They have really solid sustain. They have good damage. And if a big boy dies, guess what? The witch spawns another one. Right? That's enormous. They're very strong troop. They do move slower, right? They are slower. But that's why you make sure not to take more than a minute for your opening, and you usually are safe from a time fail. Good stuff. All right. So, dudes, listen. It is 5 o'clock. I gotta go. I certainly appreciate everyone showing up to the stream. I appreciate the raid also from Praby. Thank you so much, Praby, for the raid. Praby, super sweet. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Appreciate that so much. And of course, also note, we don't always do base review streams, but every month or two, TC will. Great stream, TC. Thank you so much, Jaded. Thank you, man. And when we do them, I try to nail as many bases as I can. I try to give all the advice that I can. If you saw today, congratulations, you made it to a base review stream. If you didn't, you'll just have to wait for the next time that I decide to do it. But anyways, the next time you'll see me live will be this Wednesday, around the same time, 2 p.m. Eastern. And we will be doing our ranked set on both the Town Hall 13 and 14. Again, both accounts promoted last week, so the ranked push gets even more difficult for us. It's going to be interesting to see how those sets go, but I'll probably be bringing this same strategy again because it promoted me last week. I think I'm on to something with this army. I will catch y'all in the next one. Let's go ahead and set up a Twitch raid real quick. We see Matt Gizmo is live. If you're watching on Twitch, let's go ahead and raid over to Matt Gizmo. And go ahead and share some love with another Clash of Clans streamer, Matt Gizmo. Really good guy as far as I can tell. I tune in from time to time. Hold on a sec. Why is it not letting me hit the raid button? All right, we're getting ready to raid. Go ahead and hit the ready up button if you're watching on Twitch. Would appreciate that. Make sure to stop by, at least say hello. Wish him a good day. See you later, Twitch. Much love and peace out. All right. And, of course, for YouTube, thank you guys for watching. I love you very much. I hope you have a good week ahead of you. Hope your summer plans are fun and interesting. You get to enjoy yourself. But that's going to do it. I'll see you on Wednesday. Much love. Peace out.